15th, 2012, 9 a.m. in the morning. Myself, Jason Kane, Brad Trent, up along one of our many rivers here in the lower mainland during the salmon run, looking for signs of the sasquatch. As logic dictates that bears and other large predators are more active when the salmon are running, and there's no logical reason to think the sasquatch isn't either. So that's why we're here today, trying to find sign that sasquatch are indeed coming down to the river. So far we have seen no sign of much of anything. A few dead fish that have been fed on, which are probably bears. But I do tend to go along the theory, and judging from the history of the past in this area and in Washington State, that the Sasquatch probably do take advantage of the salmon runs. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's a free smorgasbord.
How many sightings have we had in this area?
In this area, I know of about 8 myself, including one of the best ones I ever looked into in 1986. And there's been many other reports by 2 other people, and all in the surrounding area as well.
And when's the last report that you've had in this area?
The last report I know of in this area, and the most recent one I heard about, was from a corrections officer who worked in a corrections facility not too far here, who had an encounter with something around the outer outskirts of the facility when he was patrolling it with his guard dog. The guard dog wanted nothing to do with whatever it was he was looking at in the dark. So the dog was cowering rather than barking and chasing like it would with any man. And whatever it was, he said it was, all he saw was a dark figure, big, black and upright. And it scared the living hell out of him.
And what's your experience with reports with, Sasquatch involving dogs?
Well, if you go by the long history of this thing in Canada, they don't get along with dogs much at all. As a matter of fact, there are stories in the past of hunters with tracking dogs and stuff who lost the dog. I know of a few stories where people let the dog off the leash and they went running after whatever they were trailing, and they never got the dog back.
Right.
There's a few stories from the United States and Washington and one from California where the dog was, when they caught up to where the dog was dead.
Right.
Either skinned, so the hide had been torn off his back, and killed. But, that's not unusual. Dogs don't get along with many things in the wilderness.
Right.
They don't get along with bears, they don't get along with deer, they don't even get along with each other.
Now, there's some reports of dogs being killed up near Harrison Mills, the Chehalis band, if I remember correctly. Dogs being thrown against the side of a cabin and killed, correct?
Correct. And 2 instances I know of were, or actually one where it was the dog they figured was bashed against a tree, another one was bashed against a large rock.
Right.
Yeah. In those cases, but in both those cases, the witness didn't see what did it. They heard the dog barking and growling and snarling at something in the distance. Then they heard a large yelp of pain and agony. They go to the scene, they find the dog.
Right.
And it's dead.
Thank you, Thomas.
You're welcome.